Hi guys, okay, so hopefully you could see this area here where the new Mavic Air is. Unfortunately the rain fell, but couldn't wait any longer to do the first flight. This is actually going to be the first flight. So while the initial video, this initial video will be about the stability test of the Mavic Air. Hopefully it will not disappoint me. I don't think it will, because I came from a Phantom 3 and a Phantom 3 vibrates a lot. So without further ado, hopefully, as I said, you could see it, and we're going to send it up into the air. So the first thing we need to do, of course, is make sure that the phone is connected to the remote, which is done by this little cable on the side. And of course, we have to make sure we power on the phone, and we need to, of course, power on the remote as well. So I'm going to do that. The power on the remote is like the normal batteries. You just press once, let go, and press again, and hold the light so that the lights come on. Then you hear that beep, and you're pretty much on. Now when it comes on there, once I connected it properly, which hopefully I did, yeah I did, it automatically for me opens up the DJI Go 4 app, because the Mavic Air uses a different app than the Phantom 3. And then it already says RC connected, because I'm actually physically connected to this. I don't know why DJI has this in such a way that even though I'm rotated sideways, the actual app is upright. I think that's really annoying, at least for the start. So hopefully they'll do something about that and they'll fix that. But yeah, so the next step is, after you get the remote working, it does a version check. So at that point in time, you should make sure that everything is up to date before you go for a flight. And so it says latest version detected, and we can actually go ahead and power up the Mavic Air. Alright, so it's on there, and now on the app, we're just waiting for the remote control to connect, and it turns green, and that's how we kind of know that everything is connected up. It's going to do that next version check just to make sure everything is okay with the Mavic Air itself. And once it does that, it says it's been right, so just everything is okay there. And just now we see now go fly, so gonna click go fly, and at this point in time I see the overall status. It says we need to calibrate the compass, so I guess we'll have to calibrate the compass in the process. We're going to go into calibrate, ensure we are not next to any metal items, and you see the green light appears, and now you face it downwards. Hopefully, what's that? Yeah. Good or error?
No, fine.
Okay. The app will tell you that everything is alright, and then you can begin just like a normal Phantom. There's two ways, of course, to start the drone. As you know, you cross the remote control levers down to the middle like this, or you could use the assisted flight. So I'm going to use, because I hardly ever use the precision flight, I'm going to try the assisted flight today. But before I do that, I just want to double check some of the settings, and I suggest that every time you do a firmware update, check over the settings and make sure you set back the settings, because sometimes it gets reset, and then you could go up there and then don't have assisted flight, and then you have problems with the sensors and so forth, and you don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to go through that very quickly here. Make sure home point, there's a proper home point altitude and so forth, which I see is on. I see my maximum altitude, etc. is also on, so hopefully it's set properly. And I have assisted flight for nearly everything, so make sure that you have your assisted flight for nearly everything, especially since this guy could go further than normal. So also check and make sure that the Wi-Fi is connected properly. I see that there's barely any interference, and it seems to be that I am using the 5.8 gigahertz signal. I want to just, let me see if I can adjust the gimbal. Okay. Alright, so I think we're ready to fly there. So let's get it off the ground. I'm going to use precision takeoff. So I'm enabling that, and I'm going to slide to takeoff. Ooh. I can tell you, there is a dramatic difference stability wise. If you can see that, you might be able to see this probably already off your view, but you can see how stable. See how stable? And so I'm going to bring it back down. It's amazingly stable, I have to say. Well, it might be hard to take the camera. And I have to say, very responsive, even more responsive than the Phantom, which is it's a world of difference for me personally. Because like, if I had to drop this drone with the Phantom, if I had to use the Phantom, you would actually this would be like vibrating all over. In fact, the amount of air pressure that we're feeling right now is nothing compared to the Phantom, which means that it's going to actually not have the actual engines don't produce air that makes it unstable, and that is wow. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to enable, now that I see how stable it is, I feel a lot more confident of using this compared to the Phantom to do some of the tricks. But today is not going to be any tricks. Today I just want to test a few things. For example, the stability, which we did do. And now I want to just check the APAS mode. This kind of protects you with the sensors and so forth. So I'm going to enable that. In fact, apparently you don't actually, it isn't enabled in the start. So we need to enable it in order for it to be able to protect the drone. So basically it says when enabled, the aircraft will attempt to avoid obstacles. So it's basically avoiding obstacles with the sensors in the front and the back. Left and right there's no sensors, so we still have to be very, very careful. So I just enabled it, and now we're going to try, let's see if it detects like one of those trees in front. So I'm going to fly very slowly still because this is the first time I'm trying it. And we're just going to go forward. And I think that it did actually detect there, but I'm just going to make sure again because I am a little nervous even flying it because of it's the first day and I wouldn't like it to crash on the first day. It has very aggressive stopping, I can tell you that. I'm hoping that wouldn't affect the life of the motor. Yeah, okay. So it did. We had it beeping. The beeping means it detected. It detect the So then it should be safe enough. Oh wow, it did that to itself. It was flying upwards to itself when it saw me. Wow. So we see that the obstacle avoidance is kind of, while it protects it, it might be a little bit unpredictable in what it does. It might move to the left, it might move to upwards, it might just stop. If you can't find a way above, it will just stop, which is great. What I do notice as well is on APAS, which is the obstacle avoidance, it seems to be that the drone flies a lot slower but I have to say it, I don't have any problem with that because it is pretty fast as is. Because like, to me the Phantom wasn't faster. My only concern is that you can see the actual jerking, and I think that DJI may have to look at that because I know that the motor lifetime might wear out if it continues to jerk like that. But it's not something I don't think that we could set at this point in time. I just realized I didn't do something. You see that's what they have been saying. So I have to put this drone back on the ground to show you guys. Gimbal, because just now while flying I could have also damaged the gimbal. Give us a second. Because I didn't take out the landing gears, and it is very, very important. I'm learning that lesson again. It's very important to have the gimbal, the landing gears, because the gimbal is so close to the ground that when you land it could still touch, especially on an uneven surface. So battery is already 75%, which I have to say doesn't feel like any like I used 3 minutes out of it. Oh, okay. So the beeping is actually the sensors tripping off, it seems. So this sensor seems very sensitive because this is detecting things 8 meters away, which is also quite amazing. Wow. Even the video, like, absolutely clean. You can see how it's colorful, and you know, like the actual default setting, the color setting is amazing. They did a very, very good job. So what is an interesting thing that I always wanted to do was do a reverse flight, which is something I was always afraid of, but because we're in APAS mode, it should be able to detect it, and it did. So it actually stopped while I was reversing, which is excellent. This is exactly why I bought it. The gimbal is like amazing as well. It's smoother, like I tell you, it's day from night compared to the Phantom 3. So I'm gonna set it up a little bit higher, which you will not be able to see. But I can tell you that if you don't have one of these, it's time to get one. Wait, I was missing out on life. When you see the video in this thing, yeah, if you come up, you'll know. I mean, from the Phantom to this is like way day from night. Wow. I'm so tempted now. Since we have 58%, I think I'm gonna carry it out. Bird. It's some birds, it's a set of birds. Wow, I wonder if I could pick up the birds. One of the things that this also said is that the gimbal is able to shoot a little bit over the horizon, which I think it is actually. I have to say, yeah, it looks that way. Yeah, I visualize the sun. Now the only challenge is that because this aircraft is smaller, lighting, it's a little bit difficult to see the lights. But I think we're gonna take a little flight. It's so tempting. I mean, there's really no way to explain. I noticed the birds tend to not be afraid of the Phantom though. Sorry, the Mavic Air compared to the Phantom. When it was the Phantom, the birds would think twice. For one flight, I'm not going too fast, so I'm going to bring it back. Huh? We are already down to 49%, so I have to say that the battery feels a little bit, a lot less than what I'm accustomed to. But nevertheless, the good thing about this is because it's so stable, you really don't have to worry too much about losing bad footage. I should be able to overlay that footage to you guys in a few minutes. It's unbelievable. Not even, you know, there's normally a wind bracket as well at a little bit higher up. The system doesn't move at all. You don't even see it fighting in the wind. It's nice. Really worth it, definitely. And I don't use all the batteries, so that was my first flight. Then I'm bringing it back down, and maybe we're gonna have some other flights. So guys, hopefully you like this video. Please consider subscribing, consider liking the channel. I'm gonna come out with a lot more videos with the Phantom, the Mavic. I'm so accustomed saying the Phantom, the Mavic Air. And if you have any questions as well, shoot them to me, and I'll hopefully be able to answer them as well, since I actually have one and I can test it out. But so far, first flight, amazing. Right? There's nothing I can do to describe it other than probably your facial expression, right? Alright, so guys, take care, thanks again for watching, and when you subscribe, please hit the bell icon as well too, and stay tuned for more. Bye bye.